Most people don't even remember the pack house has a dungeon. I do, though. I have a little room in the back that used to be a solitary confinement cell. I have a cot and an old tattered blanket to keep me warm. I even scored a lamp out of the trash. It still works. So I have light to do my homework. Oh yeah, I should introduce myself. My name is Talia. But no one calls me Talia, except for teachers on the first day of schooling. I'm more popular as the Wolfless Freak, someone with no powers. I'm a werewolf in the Red Moon Pack. Since I'm an orphan, I'm not completely sure how old I am, but pretty sure I'm 16. Also, I'm an Omega, which means I'm a servant. My job is to make the meals for the werewolves who live in the pack house. Between making breakfast and dinner for over 100 wolves, cleaning up after them, and restocking the pantries of the ranked members' apartments on the 3rd and 4th floors, I do normal teenager stuff. Except, I don't have a lot of spare time to do normal teenager stuff. So, homework is the extent of my normal teenager stuff. Right now, it's 11:30 p.m. I'm putting the finishing touches on my English essay when I hear the door of the dungeon slam open. Great. Now what did I do? It doesn't take much. Alpha Edward is an alcoholic. It's really difficult for werewolves to get drunk, which means you have to drink heavily to feel the effects. This means he probably had a fight with Luna Layla about his drinking, which means she locked him out of their room, which means he has come down to take out his anger on me. Just an average Tuesday in the pack house. I know the drill. I'm already on my feet waiting for him. I'm thinking in my mind, what will happen today? He has never looked so angry. My heart's sinking.
Alpha Edward, what can I do for you?
I ask with my eyes looking at the floor. I keep my hands clasped in front of me, trying to look as small as possible. Without a word, a whiskey bottle whizzes past my ear and smashes against the wall above my cot. I flinch and can't help but start to tremble and hug myself. Whatever is about to happen, it's going to be worse than usual. He lunges forward and grabs me by the throat with both hands. I feel tears coming to my eyes as the lack of oxygen turns the edges of my vision dark. I desperately claw at his hands, trying to escape his grip, but it's no use. He picks me up by the neck. His eyes are pitch, indicating his wolf ruckus is at the surface. His breath stinks because of alcohol. I start gagging and choking from the lack of oxygen. Without warning, he throws me across the room as if I weigh nothing. My back slams against the wall. The shards of the broken bottle pierce the skin on my back through my thin t-shirt. The whiskey makes the cuts burn. I try to muffle a scream as the pain sears through me. He comes across the room and picks me up roughly by the hair. I feel the shards of glass cutting deeper as he pulls me up. He throws me to the ground. The glass bits are grinding deeper into my back. I can feel something wet soaking through my shredded shirt. I don't dare move and make him even madder. I feel my ribs snap when his foot makes contact. I feel a sickening snap, rattle in my brain. The metallic taste instantly fills my mouth. Alpha Edward has been using me as his punching bag for years, but this was way more intense than it has ever been before. He abruptly stops and walks out of the room. In the past couple of years, he started dipping the whip in wolfsbane, which makes me heal slower. So now I have gnarly scars across my back and arms. I manage to eke out. My voice is small and garbled. He comes back a moment later with the whip and starts lashing my back relentlessly. The whip is dripping with wolfsbane. The lashes, combined with the glass shards still in my back, combined with the wolfbane, are too much. My vision turns blurry, and I pass out. Numbness surrounds me. Is this what being dead is like? It's peaceful, but a little bit boring. At least I don't have to feed the pack. Oh dang, I didn't get a chance to turn in that English essay. It was a good one too. The constant soft beeps are soothing. I don't know how long I've been dead, but I feel like I want to open my eyes, ready to take on the afterlife. After what seems like forever, I'm able to open my eyes and find I'm alone in soft comfort in a brightly lit, clean room. This is the afterlife? Maybe this is some sort of waiting area, but where's the lobby? Is there a receptionist? My mind slowly becomes more clear and I realize I'm not dead. I'm in the pack hospital. I need to leave before the Alpha finds me outside the dungeon. I try to get up, but I can barely move my body. Every move causes excruciating pain. I start to panic, making the beeps in the room become faster. Oh, I'm hooked up to a bunch of machines. I try to figure out how to unhook them so no one hears the noises. Too late, I hear people in the hallway getting closer. I need to ignore the pain. I have to escape. I slowly slide off the side of the legs. My legs were wobbly. The tubes and wires sticking out of me prevent me from getting too far. The door opens and the pack doctor comes in with a nurse. The doctor is an older person.
Ah, Talia, you're awake. Let's get you back on the mat, shall we?
The doctor says gently. He and the nurse come to either side of me and reach out to hold my arms. A deep growl escapes my chest.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me!
I snap, shaking them off. My voice is scratchy and raw, and my mouth feels like 1,000 needles are poking into it.
It's all right, Talia. No one is going to hurt you here. We're trying to help you heal. Let's get you back to bed and get you a drink of water.
The doctor raises his hands in surrender. I look at him hesitantly before accepting their help. The nurse hands me a cup of water with a straw. The water feels good on my throat. The doctor sits in the chair beside the bed as the nurse checks my vitals and starts messing with the tubes and wires attached to me.
Talia, you had surgery to remove hundreds of shards of glass from your back, and we also had to reset some ribs, your jaw.
And you had a lot of wolfsbane in your blood.
We gave you a transfusion to clear it from your system so you could heal. You're lucky your wound isn't badly serious.
Sure about that last part, Doctor?
I think to myself.
When the pack realized breakfast had not been prepared, Tony went to get you and found you on the ground in your room.
He looked at me with sympathy.
Talia, who did this to you? It's a crime that could be grounds for banishment from the pack. Based on the scarring, this isn't the first time you've been attacked.
I can't answer him. I stare at my hands on my lap quietly. How can I tell him Alpha Edward is the one who caused this? There's no way he'd believe me. Even if he did, what are they going to do? Banish the Alpha? Fat chance of that. I decide my best move is to just shake my head no. I don't want to get out of the pack for lying. I have nowhere to go. I would be nothing.
Okay. Let's move on to the next question. When do you turn 17?
I don't know exactly, sir.
I say honestly. He looks at me with a furrowed brow. He glances at the nurse and asks her to give us privacy for a few minutes. Am I in trouble? I just woke up. I don't know what I could have done. She finishes what she's doing and leaves the room.
You don't know your birthday, Talia?
He asks, confused.
My father brought me here when I was a baby. He was a bad guy. Alpha Edward. Well,
I feel my face burning with embarrassment. My hands tremble and tears threaten to escape my eyes. I didn't think I would have to tell this story to the doctor. I thought everyone already knew. My father was a bad guy. Alpha Edward ended his life for coming into Pack territory without permission. They didn't realize he was carrying a baby until they unzipped his jacket and saw I was tucked inside. It was a miracle I survived. Since I was just a baby, they couldn't just get rid of me, but they didn't know anything about me. I was wrapped in a blanket that had the name Talia embroidered on it. So, that is what they called me. My father could have been a kidnapper for all I know. The only reason they gave me the last name Jackman is because after they took down my father, they looked through his wallet to identify him. The only form of ID he had was a library card that said Brian Jackman on it. I've tried to search for his name in the school library before. Nothing comes up in the search.
You don't need to finish, and I know what happened to your father.
well, after that happened, Luna Layla took me in until I was old enough to start school. Then she moved me into the dungeon.
It was scary, dark, and lonely. I can't express in words.
I've kind of been on my own since then. I never found out when my actual birthday was. To be honest, you're the first person who has ever asked. I mean, I guess I'm 16. My wolf hasn't woken up yet.
The doctor nods, looking at me with pity, almost like he cares. He asks me a few more questions about my medical history, but there's nothing to speak of. I don't remember ever being treated by a doctor before.
I see.
He closes the folder and tucks his pen into his shirt pocket.
Well, I know you haven't had a chance to look in the mirror yet, but when you do, you may find you look a little different. Don't be alarmed. I've done as many tests as I could think of. It is not medically related.
I look at him with confusion.
Yes, sir.
I assume he means I'm healing faster, but why did he need me to look in the mirror? Why not just tell me? I look at the nurse who is staring at me. When she realizes I caught her, her eyes dart away. What's that about? Okay, lady. Rude,
I will leave you now.
she says.
You can go in the bathroom and wash up. Just take that pole with the IV solution with you. There are lounge shorts and fresh underwear in the bag. You need to leave the hospital gown on until your back heals. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Diane.
She nods and leaves the room. It's the first time in my life people have been kind to me. I mean, I think it's part of their job, but still. All I have known so far were insults, physical misery, and hard work. Never any kindness. Never any. I feel like I can trust the doctor, but I'm still wary of Nurse Diane. The way she stared at me just now makes me uncomfortable. I pick up the duffel bag and go to the bathroom.